International Women's Day on 8 March is a day to celebrate the social, economic, and political achievements of women, reflect on progress, and demand gender equality. For over 100 years, International Women's Day has put the spotlight onto issues affecting women all over the world. Today, International Women's Day belongs to everyone who believes the women's rights are human rights. Across the world, less than 50% of the world's countries have a female leaders. Only 24% of senior managers are women and 25% of companies have no female senior manager at all. Women do the lowest paid job and earn less money for the same work. This differences in pay is called the gender pay gap. And for young women in many places, including Britain and America, the gap is getting worse. Women are also more likely to do most of the housework and childcare. All of these problems affect women of color even more than they do white women. When it's come to healthcare and safety, women also face significant inequalities. An estimated 830 women a day die in childbirth. There are some shocking statistics for female murder too. Last year in UN found that 137 women a day were killed by their partner or former partners. Worldwide, over 50% of the female murder are committed by the victim's partner or family when they have access to health, education, and care. Women are also more likely to be ignored by doctors when they say they are in pain, and serious health problems are some things ignored for years. In 1908, 50,000 women in New York went on a strike because of low pay and terrible conditions in the factories where they worked. The following years, the Socialist Party of America organized a National Women's Day, and 1 year after that, there was a conference in Copenhagen, Denmark, about equalities and women's right to vote. In Europe, the idea grew and become International Women's Day (IWD) for the first time in 1911, and the United Nations declared 8 March International Women's Day in 1975. In some countries, children and men give present flowers or card to their mothers, wives, sisters, or other women they know. But the heart of International Women's Day lies women's rights. Across the world, there are protests and events to demand equality. Many women wear purple, a color worn by women who campaign for women's right to vote. Recently, marches and protests have gained force thanks to the Me Too and Times Up movements against sexual harassments. There is still a lot of work to be done for gender equality, but women's movements all over the world are ready to do that work and the gaining monuments.